Hi guys, welcome back to Unconventional Cathy. Today I'm showing you how I made my chicken noodle soup. This is more of a Hispanic style soup, specifically Cuban. A lot of the ways that I do it is ways that I watched my mom do it, but I did add my own twist to it. So these are all the ingredients that I use. It's corn, celery, carrots, potatoes, chicken bouillon powder, parsley, olive oil, adobo, some Sazon packets, garlic, and it's not here, but I also used fresh onion, and then this huge pot, and also of course salt and pepper. So you're going to start off with drizzling some olive oil in your pan and then add your chicken. I'm using chicken thighs with I think, these are called chicken quarters. I'm using chicken quarters, but you can use chicken breasts. Any way that you like your chicken, you can use them. It doesn't even need to have the bone in. I've done it all types of way and it's worked out. But then you're gonna get some of your chicken bouillon seasoning, your Sazon, salt, and just start drizzling, sprinkling, whatever you want to call it. Just start adding it to your chicken, flip them around, and then do the same thing to the other side. I'm also going to add some adobo. I really have no method here. I just start tossing in my seasonings and hope for the best, and it always works out every time I do it this way. So I always end up adding more Sazon than I start with. I started with 2 packets, and I think by the end of this I had added like 4 packets. So that's why I just taste along the way, and if you feel like it needs more spice, go ahead and add more spice, more salt, whatever. Now I'm getting my garlic ready. I just go and smash them all with my knife, and it makes it so easy to take the peels off. And then because of my lack of knife skills, I decided to use my chopper to chop all those garlic pieces up. Then I started cutting my onion, and here I did decide to use my amazing knife skills. And same goes with my celery, but I could have used the chopper. I just didn't want the pieces that small, so this helped not get small pieces. So then at this point, I take out my chicken. They're not fully cooked yet, but they will finish cooking later on. I'm just gonna set these aside so I can start sauteing my onion and celery. So I add them directly to the pot, and then I'm gonna give it a stir. And while this starts sauteing, you want to start scraping up any of those chicken bits that are on the bottom. And if it's really stuck on there, add a little bit of water, and it'll help loosen all that up, and then it just gives your soup more flavor. Once your onion and celery starts getting a little translucent, you're going to go ahead and add your garlic to this, and then just saute it again with everything until it becomes fragrant. I guess that means when you start smelling it, because that's what I've always thought it meant. So when you start smelling your garlic, then you know you're done, and then you can add your carrots. And like I said, I have no system, so I just saute this a little bit and eventually add my chicken back in, get all those drippings back in there, and now we're going to add our water. I have no idea how much water I add. I just make sure it's all covered and it looks like a good amount of broth. So I tasted it at this point and decided that I wanted to season it more, so I added more seasoning. So it's always good to taste your soup along the way and see where it's at with salt and spices. Remember, you can always take away salt, or no, you can't take away salt. You can add more salt, you can't take it away. And now I'm battling with my corn. It was so hard to cut with this knife, but I won, and I finally finished cutting all the corn. This is how I like to cut it. You can cut it in bigger pieces. You can also cut these pieces in half, however you like. This is also how big I cut my potato pieces. You don't want the potato pieces too big because they'll take longer to cook, but you also don't want them too small because then they'll get too soft. Now I am going to take my chicken out because it is done cooking, and then I am going to add my corn and potatoes. I'm also going to add that I am currently under the weather, so my voice sounds funny and I sound out of breath, but I'm okay, I'm living, I'm surviving, and I'll get over this sickness soon. That's why we have chicken noodle soup, right? So here I'm carefully adding my potatoes and corn. I didn't just drop it in there because this thing was very, very hot and I easily burn myself. So whenever I can be careful, I try. And now watch me quickly peel all the chicken off the bone. I tried to get as much chicken as possible, but I am so picky in this step that I know that there was probably a lot of chicken I could have saved and didn't. But now we're going to add all that chicken into our soup, stir it all in, and it's looking great at this point, but there's no pasta. I actually had forgotten to buy pasta at the store, and then I remembered that chicken noodle soup needs pasta, because if not, it's just chicken soup. So anyway, I used angel hair pasta, and then I boiled it till it wasn't soft all the way, just a little soft. I didn't want it to get too soft because it was going to finish cooking in the soup. So I just added some salt to water and tossed in my pasta and made sure to keep a close eye on it for it not to cook all the way. And once it got to where I wanted it, I drained the water and added it to my soup. You're going to give this all a stir and then let it just cook for a couple minutes, and then it is done. You can taste it one more time, see where the salt level's at and all that, but at this point you should be good. Go ahead and serve yourself some, and I hope you guys enjoy it if you give this a try. This is my version of the chicken noodle soup. I'm sure my dad's gonna watch this and be like, that's not how your mom makes it, but this is how I made it, and he said it was delicious. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.